know where the treats at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you made it here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We about to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfield.
Hey there, Marcus Dash here from Chief Concerns. Just want to comment and say BetOnline is your #1 source for all your sports betting needs. Get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for football, baseball, boxing, golf, and much more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Chief Concerns. This is our Monday morning tight end, our weekly grade report. This week, former Chiefs tight end is going to be, Jason Dunn's going to be breaking down what we saw in the Chicago Bears game. A lot of good, but you never know JD's grades. There might be some things he wants to point out here that wasn't so good. But JD, how are we doing on this fine Monday afternoon?
Man, I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. Listen, it's been a great weekend. Great weekend. We got a huge win. My daughter got married, so I knew I have a new son. You know, new son-in-law, new son.
There you go.
But you know, with this win, watching how the Chiefs just demolished the Chicago Bears, a team that was already, you know, floundering and trying to figure out who they were and all the craziness happening with them. You know, but it was a great win. It was an absolute great win down at Arrowhead GEHA Field. You know, I always got to say Arrowhead. I have to. That's what it is. It's hope. So, yeah. What about you, man?
I can't complain. I mean, other than my prop parlay not hitting with Mahomes going 3 yards short of 275 when I thought he was going to get 275. Other than that, great weekend. Didn't have to worry about. Didn't have to sweat this game at all. From the jump, we kind of mauled the Bears in Arrowhead. So I'm psyched and obviously happy for your daughter. This great weekend for the Dunn family.
Great weekend. Absolutely. Yeah. Celebration all around, man. Celebration all around.
For sure. JD, so we're going to get into it. Obviously, defense has been the storyline for the team this year so far. Last week, you kind of surprised me with your grade of the D line. I thought it was going to be higher than it was, but it was still pretty high grade. I mean, if I was taking a math test and I got a B+, I'd be pretty happy with that. So I'm not going to knock the B+ that hard. But what did you grade out the? I guess you want to start with the defense. Or you want to start with the offense today?
Let's go ahead and start with the offense. Okay, I
feel
like you always start with the offense, my side of the ball.
That's true.
Because I think, you know, I keep talking about these guys. You know, my full evaluation starts with them. And so what I want to start with was first actually the wide receivers. So I'm going to start with the wide receivers. You start with the O-line, but I'm going to start with the wide receivers today. And so for the wide receivers, I gave a B. I gave them a B. And so a lot of it, the B came in where the guys, you know, we seen Rashid Rice kind of getting his due, Justin Ross getting there very early. And you can see a little bit of the nerves, right? You know, and I always say this, when you come into a game and it's like really your first start, NFL start, getting some significant time, you're going to be a little bit nervous. You're going to be just a little bit nervous. And so I think it took him a couple of series to kind of settle down and get into the rhythm of things. Rashid Rice looks great. He does. He looks great. And I think he's going to do some very big things for us. Sky Moore, incredible. Sky Moore did a great job. And I said he's just going to keep building on the things that he's been doing last week, and hopefully that continues. And you know, he did a phenomenal job for us. MVS, you know, got involved. Still needs to see some things out of MVS, a little bit more from him. You know, so Patrick was able to, you know, kind of distribute the ball out there to, a lot of guys that did a good job. So yeah, wide receivers got to be for me. Wide receivers got to be for me.
That Justin Watson grab on the sideline was fantastic. I mean, obviously, amazing throw, but I mean, Watson's becoming Mr. Reliable every week. I know some fans didn't want him to make the team, but hey, every week he's stepping up and making a clutch play where it's like, wow, like Justin Watson, man, continues to surprise. And I think right now he's leading our receiver group in all and receiving yards so far in the season.
Yeah, I mean, a pleasant surprise, you know, and you got a guy who, you know, has got some years, at least been, you know, journeyman for different places. So you kind of get this understanding about what your role is. Like you have to make plays, you have to, and so you know you're always looking over your shoulder. And he's been coming up big, like you said. Look, somebody's got to catch the football. It could be a great throw all you want to be, but somebody's got to catch the football. And Justin Watson been doing a pretty good job of doing that.
Yeah. To tackle on to what you were saying about Rashee Rice, looked great. His yak, fantastic. I got a feel for the guy 2 times being stopped short the 1 yard line.
And I was like, man, give him one. Just give him one. He looked like he fell in on one of those, man. But just even getting close and you know, maybe that gives him a little bit more hunger to get into the end zone next time, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Now, so that's what the evaluation for the wide receivers. So now I'm gonna go to my guys. I'm gonna go to the tight ends. Okay. My group of guys. And so, you know, I'm always going to be a little harsh on our guys to see what they're doing. And so, look, the big story is Travis Kelce, and everybody talked about Taylor Swift. And I was like, man, if they name Taylor Swift one more time and put the camera on her, then I'm just going to lose my mind. But look, hey, man, let these kids have a little bit of just some privacy with their lives, right? You know, let it be like back in the old days when you was eating popsicles and skating backwards. Okay, that little puppy love. Okay, let them have that. Let them have that. We don't have to make it every scene every time she's at a game and stuff like it. Hopefully not. So a lot of the song references, you know, kind of got. I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan. I like her music. I think she does. You know, she's a very talented artist. But I think he went out there, man. He performed like Travis Kelce does. I wouldn't say he did it in front of his boo. Oops, I'm sorry. Or you know his, you know, very the young lady he's courting.
Yep.
But he did a phenomenal job. He did a phenomenal job. And I tell you what, man, it's really the combination and relationship that Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce have is just it's incredible to watch, man. It really is. Just for them being on the same page. And you can see with Patrick, he has so much of that comfort with knowing Patrick's going to be out there, right? Even if you have a little bit with the young guys behind you, like you don't know what they're going to quite be able to do. But 8-7, you know he's going to be there all day, man. He's got your back. And PM15 knows that. He was getting the ball to him like he should have. And so he showed out. He showed out. Now, so you know, he gets an A+. Travis get an A+. Not only that, not only just in the passing game, okay, and working out, but also in the run game, okay, in the blocking, man. He blocked his tail off, you know, and I was watching it. Other guys, maybe not so much. Noah Gray didn't just, you know, need to do a much better job, okay? And, you know, I'm like I said, I'm going to be fair, all right? Noah had some good points and some bad points. And now I'm going to tell you where it kind of started. It's really hats off to Andy, just trying to go to the run game early, right? That's to me, that's a great thing. Just seeing that, hey, you know, we're going to run the football. We're going to try to set the tone early. And so the thing is, when you try to have a tone setter, everybody needs to be on the same page of what that means. Everybody needs to understand what that is. And so we got 2 yards on the carry. You know, you need more than that. You know, tone setters, you know, you got to get 6 to almost 10 on the first one. That's what you got to do. And so it can't just be a 2-yard carry because that's just it ain't setting the tone like you want to. And so that's why I kind of, you know, the first series was kind of what it was, right? We try to keep it going because, you know, Travis Kelce makes the catch. But we got to do a little bit better job of just coming off the football, hitting guys in the mouth. And so that's what I think it kind of started from there, just kind of evaluating guys. You know, I'm looking at the O-line too. And I'll go to them on this one. So A, Kelce, C, and all the other guys kind of a C, kind of a little bit better. O-line, going straight to the O-line now, okay? So O-line did a pretty good job protecting Patrick. They did. I mean, Patrick had some time back there to kind of, you know, run around. He has some lanes to go out there and, you know, run with his legs. I mean, Patrick does just a tremendous job of just doing that, extending plays with his legs. Extended plays with his legs. But I give the O-line, I give them a B. Okay, give them a B. I think they did a pretty good job just keeping these guys at bay. Some of the fits, I still want to see guys coming off the football, make some of the double teams coming off to the linebackers a little bit more, make it a little bit more pronounced. Of getting it, utilizing and moving your hips to get guys and just like destroy them off the line of scrimmage. A lot of that is just the same thing of where we throw the football a lot. You're just kind of sitting back. Your body gets used to it, right? You're not digging in, coming off the football like you need to. And that comes over time. Hopefully with this, we're running the football more, and Andy is emphasizing this. We'll see more of those things coming off with these guys coming off the football and hit guys in the mouth like they should. Juwan Taylor. Now let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. So Juwan Taylor, he did a good job blocking, and it comes to the thing of taking him out again because of him lining up back behind the center or legal formation. The thing is, because he's going to be looked at, the onus is on him to make sure he's good each and every time. It should never be a question where he is. And so the thing is, it's stacking where you have to be, what they look at as far as evaluation, NFL officials, to make it look like you're legal and illegal. But the one that they called him, I think he might have been in the backfield. I think it might be illegal formation. And so I don't think they're just, picking on. No, they're just more aware of, what they need to look at from Juwan Taylor. Go ahead.
So Andy Reid after the game, and I don't know, you're probably better when it comes to this stuff, but I don't know if it's coach speak, not wanting to address it to the media. Yeah. But he said after the game that he was not pulled because of his alignment. Okay. Said it was because he got hit in the mouth. I just wanted to take him out. And he was gonna start arresting the guys anyway. At that point, he was the only O lineman who was pulled. So maybe it was the alignment. He just wanted to say it. But also, Pat also said too that, like, if you look at other O linemen around the league, he's doing nothing different than a lot of their tackles are in the league. The way he's lined up. They said they looked at the tablet together and they saw there was really they didn't see anything wrong with his alignment. That's what they're saying. Obviously, if they do have a problem with it, they're not going to go to the media and say like, he's lining up improperly. No one's gonna say that, right? No,
I mean, and they shouldn't. So whatever say, fair point, whatever it may be, right? I'm just saying we're dealing with him being called for that penalty, right? Taking the point off the touchdown off the board, and next play he's out. So could get a hit in the mouth. I'm not saying that they're lying, not at all. So that could definitely be it. But the thing is, like still go on to the onus has to be on him to make sure he's aligned correctly, pure and simple. Okay. Because you don't want to stall anything happening. Like our offense was really getting after it at that time. And I mean, they were hitting on all cylinders. Everybody's getting a touch, getting a touchdown. And what it could be is just those penalties. Like I said, you just got to be able to alleviate. You got to get rid of those things. You can't have it as drive killers. And the thing is, it may not be this game, but it might be another game, a pertinent game that we need to go ahead and make sure that we don't take any points off the board or first down or killing a drive. So that's it. We know, he's going to be high alert. Target is going to be on his back. We understand that, right? And he needs to know that. So he's got to make sure he's got to do his due diligence to make sure they're making that call. That's it, pure and simple. So he'll get that fixed. It's going to be those controversies early, but I'm not really worried about it, man. So, but a B for the O-line. B for the O-line. Those guys did solid day for him. So I'll now go to the running backs. RBs. This is exactly what we needed for a game for the RBs to kind of get going. Okay. Against the Chicago defense, they did a great job just picking up blitz. They did a great job getting out in the route running, catching footballs, making something happen. CH getting up there through, a couple of making guys miss. Pacheco running as hard as he always runs. McKinnon catching the football. So I'm giving these guys running backs, man, because we needed to see it from them. I'm giving these guys an A. These guys, they deserve an A, man. They really do, because I think we've been ignoring them for a little bit. I don't like that. I don't like ignoring our running backs. I just, and running backs are your weapons. I feel for those guys, because I got a soft part in my heart for those guys, okay? Because I block for them. I want those guys to make the yards. I want to make the touchdowns. That's what I want to see. And so when we start ignoring them, putting them on the back shelf, it ain't a good feeling. Not for me. I want to see Pacheco run hard. I want to see McKinnon out there in space. I want to see CH slash up there in between the tackles or maybe to the outside. I want to see these guys make plays. And so they did that. They did that yesterday. So I gave them, like I said, man, that's an A for them. That's an A for them.
And all three of them scored too. So of course you got to give an A.
Come on, man. That's, they did a phenomenal job. I'm just looking going forward that we don't say, okay, well, let's step back from them. No, let's keep this thing going to keep building on, giving the wide or the running backs a little bit more if they do. Okay. They just get better. The more that you use guys, they're just going to get better and better and better. So let's not forget that, Andy. Okay. All right. So PM15, quarterbacks, QBs. Okay.
Yeah, well, you got two quarterbacks that are great. You got two.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So PM15, A, he did a great job just handling everything. He looks very poised. He put the ball exactly where he needed to put the ball for the guys to catch it. I mean, seriously, he was on point. He was checking down like he should have. He was looking for some deep routes, check down, and I love that. That's what I want to see. I'm just like, there you go. Now you deserve your A, PM15. Okay, because now we know you can throw it deep. We know you can do those things. The check downs, let's utilize them to all the guys, the backs and stuff like that off the backfield. Let them help you as well. Okay, masterful with his legs like always. PM15 gets an A. Okay, phenomenal job from the Grim Reaper. Now, Blaine Gabbert. Oh, Blaine. Now look, I like Blaine. I am. I like an old wily vet that comes in and can manage a game. You don't worry about, you're not, biting on your nails thinking something's going to happen. And guess what? He gets 2 picks. It's like, whoa, Blaine, what's going on? Right. And, it's always, it's funny because I always go back to the first round pick with Blaine and what he did. And, he's from Mizzou. And I get that. And I'm clapping for him. I'm like, it's in, TV world. Like, yeah, come on, Blaine. Right. And the pick comes and I'm just like, oh, man, and the second one wasn't really his fault. And he, you could see his frustration in his face, like, oh, because he just, when it rains, it pours. You don't want to come in and be the guy that, that's raining on the party. Okay. You don't want to be the friend. You have the friend that may be drunk that's with you and everything's cool for the night. And then all of a sudden he's all over the place, right? He's falling down the steps and, knocking over bottles. He's like, hey man, we got to take him home. Right. Got to take him home. So Blaine's, his performance, underwhelming. I give Blaine a C. I'm gonna give him a C. I give him a C, man. I'm gonna be gracious to him because one of them wasn't his fault. Okay, we just all we ask you to do move the change, move the ball. Okay, without any incidences, and of course we got some. So
yeah, and he's gonna have to be ready because we're gonna be playing some other teams that we might be going to the reserves by the end of third quarter. I mean, possibly even this weekend against the Jets. I mean, that's another team that we could possibly have the reserves out. So you need to be ready.
You got to be ready. Got to be ready. So I think he's an old guy. I can see him probably at home drinking a half bottle of bourbon. He might not even drink. But, you see guys like that, just like, okay, I had a rough day today. Mm-hmm.
About a fireplace and drinking a little whiskey or bourbon. Yeah. A little flannel on.
Yeah.
So talking about since we're talking about quarterbacks, Mahomes ankle injury, obviously second ankle injury we've seen in the last 7 months from Mahomes.
Yeah,
he said he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
He just tweaked it. When you see ankle sprain, a continuous ankle sprain, whatever it is, ankle injury of some sort, worried at all? No, not worried.
No, this is nothing new to him. So he's dealt with this before. It just might be one of those things. Just act, that's agonizing, obviously, because you had to deal with it. But he's a guy that he's focused up. He could deal with it. He can move around and get mobile. I think maybe he'll start evaluating, certain times he needs to get rid of football, right? And maybe just move your legs, because those guys are always around you. And it's just it's hard when sometimes when you're holding the ball and you're trying to make a play and then all of a sudden somebody falls into it. It's just, you hate to see these things happen, right? You see old Joey Burrow, what he's dealing with. Yeah. You don't want that happening with PM15. Okay, so you got to protect this joke at all costs, really, and he got to protect himself as well in that too.
That's why the issues like the alignment is so important, because if that's not called and VS scores a touchdown, that next play doesn't happen where he gets rolled up. Where he rolls his ankle.
Yeah, but that could happen in any course of the game, right? So,
butterfly effect.
Yeah, right. But we won't put it on that, right? Yeah. But yeah, no, I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Get him where he's you taking it easy right now. He's going to be sharp as ever against a good Jets defense. We talked about, is this offense back or not? Well, we'll see this week. This is a great test for them. They got they got some good players on the other side, man. They got a good Jets defense. And so we know the offense, the woes they're going through, because of the quarterback. If AR-15's in here, or whatever he is now.
AR-8.
AR-8, yeah. If these, it'd be a different story. Okay. I was looking forward to that game. I really was. But, it is what it is. But they still going to come. They're going to bring it. And so, they got it. We know defensive line, linebackers, corners, they got it on all levels of the game on defense. So we'll find out if this offense is really back. We want to keep stacking and building on the success we had this past week. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, let's go to the defensive side of the ball. Okay, defensive side of the ball. And so I'm gonna start with my corners. Let me start with the corners first. Okay. The corner play to me this past game was brilliant. They did a great job. They really did. When I'm watching and evaluating these corners get after these wide receivers, and I'm talking about they in their pocket. That's what you want to see. You want to see guys getting up in their hip pocket, in their chest, not giving them any type of room. And these guys were stingy. They were blanketed all over these wide receivers. They were. That's why Justin Fields in the head, we really have nowhere to throw. Okay. I would say our pass rush wasn't as prominent as it had been in the past couple of weeks, but Justin, he didn't have anyone to throw to. He didn't have anybody to throw to. You know why? Because it was blanket coverage out there, man, in the secondary. These guys did a tremendous job straight across the board on these wide receivers. And so I give the DBs, man, I give the secondary DBs, I give them an A. I give them an A on it. I think they did a pretty good job. I really do. I didn't see anything Moore got one on the sideline when he made a good catch. That was one, but he made it, one hand catch. You had to make a play. He just made a play better than you, but you was all over him like it should have been on that play.
And then Moore dropped that one bomb, but that was a perfectly placed ball by Fields.
Yes, it was. But, once again, the defense was on him. It was a great defense. It really was. So the DBs, I gave them an A. B plus, A. I'm gonna give them A because I think they just did a tremendous job. Okay,
like an 89.9. We're gonna round up and give you an A.
89.9. I'm gonna give you an A. I'm gonna round it on up. Okay, it's the one JD give you. Okay, I'm gonna go on and give you that for you. Okay,
you've been good at this quarter. You've been coming on time. You know what? I like you. We're gonna give you an A.
Good job. I'm not gonna hold it against you. Guess what? Hey, you know what? Just for your performance and your effort, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the nod for the A. Okay.
And also because last week on our podcast we talked about interceptions. No interceptions. Finally got one.
Finally got one. And sure enough, here it is. And so that was what we needed. Was the Bears? The Bears was the other team that they hadn't gotten an interception too, right?
Yeah, they got two now.
Yeah, I was like, Blaine. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, it was us two. It was the Bears, Chiefs, Rams, Raiders, and Giants. I don't think the Giants got one on Thursday. I I don't know if the Raiders got one last night. I don't think the Raiders got one against Pickett. And then Rams play tonight, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. But, our guys did a phenomenal job in their secondary. They really did. So, linebackers, okay? I'll give these guys a B. Give them a B. These guys are flying around. They did a great job as far as getting their fits, lane assignments, just getting in passing lanes. They really kind of owned that middle, especially in the passing games as far as running. They was where they needed to be. I think they did a solid job. Gay, all of them. Leo Chanel, Tranquil, all those guys, they play excellent. They did. And so the thing is, some of the evaluation is you don't want to see a guy screw up, because once you start talking about linebackers screwing up, that's where you're like, okay, here's a problem. Okay, this is something that these guys did. We know Tranquil was a great guy in pass defense. But Gay and Chanel did a great job all the way around. So give him a B.
That's what Willie Gay said after the game. He said, like, our linebacker room is so deep that if you cycle us out, we're always going to have talent in there at all times because that's how deep we are.
It's good. It's a good spot to be in, man. I'm telling you, it's a great spot to be in. And so go to the D-line. I'm going to give the D-line C+.
Oh, you're a harsh grade with the D-line.
I am. C+, because I'm expecting more. Okay, I'm expecting more, and I'm expecting more from big fella up front. Okay, and it looked like to me that he was a little gassed, like his legs wasn't as they should have been. His legs look like camp legs. It's like when you first get there and you start kind of adjust to things. That's what I was kind of seeing. So he didn't quite have the pop, which is to be honest with you, that's expected. So he's going to get better, right? It's just the whole the wear and tear, the whole going in and practicing every single day, getting your body ready for the hits. All these things may be happening to him now, okay, where his body's adjusted, okay, and it seemed like that to me, that he wasn't coming off the football like he was with the fresh legs last week, and it goes into, man, like, the only way that you can play, know what football is, you got to play it. That's the way it works. You can lift as many weights as you want to. Okay, you can run up and down 1,000 hills that you like, but nothing is going to simulate having football like actually playing it, like actually getting hit, like actually getting double teams and people hitting on your legs and your hips and your shoulders and your neck. All those different things, they come out, and so it start weighing on you. Okay, you start having the little creaks and the aches and whatnot, and you try to get your body ready to play. So this, I think, is that whole timing of the camp and getting the hits and stuff like that. His body's adjusted to this right now. So I just give him a C+. Dana did a great job. He came off the ball like he should have. I mean, to me, he was like really the bright spot. Kalafis did a good job too. I still want to see a little bit more from him. Okay. But like I said, I think this whole goes with what big fella up front does with Chris. And so they did a good job, a decent job, but I'm gonna hold them always to a higher standard. So this C+ is always held to, hey, this is what y'all want to be. This is who y'all say y'all are. This is, so this is y'all projection. I'm gonna hold y'all to that standard each and every week. Okay. So C+, this is a good C+. Okay. C+ is almost there to a B. All right. Some things that need to be worked on. This is evaluation with the C+, I think is a fair grade. I think it's a fair grade. It's not bad. C+ is not bad. It's like, okay, you did your job. That's good. The plus happens because you get a sack, you get some pressure. You kept Fields from running, which we knew we had to do. So, good job.
Yeah, I guess also with that, I guess we kind of like when you have a guy like Chris Jones, you expect a lot every week, and
Yes.
it can be a blessing. It also can be not so good, right? Especially when you're going against a team that offensive line was depleted. They only had one starting guy in that starting line, so like we expected maybe like 4 or 5 sack kind of game, and collectively we didn't really get that.
No. So, the leader up front, man, Mr. Sack Nation, CJ, played the average game. It was decent, but like I said, his body's getting acclimated to everything right now, so that's good. But he got another sack. He got another one, didn't he?
Yes, he did. I feel like because he got that so early, I feel like, you know what, he's gonna take it easy after that one.
Yeah, man. I can see it. You can just tell it in your body, and a little gassed and whatnot. Just a pop. It wasn't quite there.
Mm-hmm.
So, C+. So special teams wise, special teams. This Montreal Washington that we brought up. That's a hell of a call. Getting that guy out there, man. That's the spark we need. We need a guy like that. Okay, somebody who's hungry, who's just trying to make it and make plays and understands it. And he did a great job just getting positive yards. We need to see that in special teams. We need to see that. Buckner and Tommy was, was as brilliant as ever. Thank God for Townsend, man. I'm telling you, that joker, incredible, an absolute weapon, man, incredible. But now Montreal Washington, man, if he's back there, he's going to be our return guy. Keep giving it to him. I think he's going to be great for us. Guy can stay humble, hungry, but he's going out there to do his job and make sure he does it well.
Yeah, I think I tweeted it from our account. He had that one punt return, like 3 yards on it, but it broke he had a spin, he broke like 2 tackles, he wouldn't go down. And I was like, that might be the most impressive 3-yard punt return I've ever seen.
Yeah. Just not. Hey, look, as long as you protect the football, okay, don't put anything in harm's way. But do what you need to do, get positive yards, and get down. Okay.
Yeah, he looked great. I mean, I think the best part is it's a guy who spent all last year with the Denver Broncos. We brought it when the cuts happened. We brought him on and stashed him on our practice squad, and now he's looking like the best punt returner we've had all season, even going back to last year. I mean, so it's like, thanks, Denver.
Hey, man, look, maybe we found something, right? Yeah, thank you, Denver. Thank you. I know them suckers licking their wounds today, boy. Woo.
Oof, yeah, not good. JD, so there's two ones I wanted you to grade. One's a fun one at the end. But coaching, what would you grade the play calling, just collectively as a whole? What would you grade the coaching yesterday?
They great job. Coaching wise, I'll give them a B+. Give them a B+ coaching. I think any of them, was picking their shots when they was going to take them. I think they did a good job as far, trying to establish, the run, like I said before. But I said, man, I do appreciate them, giving the hand of the ball off to Pacheco and those guys. So I definitely give them a B+. Spags, same thing. I give them a B+. They knew the assignment. They knew what they had to do. Hey, let's corral Justin Fields from running. He's going to try to emphasize that today. He got out on one. First half, they kind of, looked like, okay, we can't let this happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't let this happen. But Spags did a good job as far as calling the game. Guys just got to make plays, and they did. Secondary did a great job. Linebackers did a great job. The D-line could have helped out even more. But they did a good job. They bottled guys up. I'm not saying they did a terrible job. They did everything in the course that Spags asked them to do, and they did it wonderfully. Okay. So, yeah, Spags definitely get a B+ on his calls. Special teams. So, hey, man, you made the call to get Williams up there. Hats off to you, okay? You ain't had that many attaboys this year, and it's been, fleeting last year. But getting him up here and evaluating him for him to be in that position, that's an attaboy. So I'm going to give you a B+ too. I'm going to give you a B. Need to get those guys still blocking better. Say that, okay? It's a little frustrating as being a special teams coach. Still a little frustrating watching some of these guys not getting the blocks and sustaining them like they should, okay? And don't let these guys off. Do not let them off the hook. You make sure you reiterate and keep telling them week after week, this is what you have to do. We got a returner now. We need to give him a chance, okay? Let him be a weapon for us. So, yeah.
Let Montreal Washington cook.
That's right. Let him cook, baby. Let him cook.
So the final person I want you to grade here is probably the most talked about storyline in the NFL this weekend. I'm hearing on all the hot take shows today. I'm hearing Miami 70 points, and then Taylor Swift watching Travis Kelce. So I want you that everyone they've been showing the clip since it happened yesterday. Yeah. Travis scores a touchdown. I think Bill Belichick said that was having Taylor Swift at his game is probably his biggest catch. He's had a lot of big catches in his career. This is probably his biggest catch. How would you grade Taylor Swift's performance? She's in the suite with the mom. She's celebrating as soon as he catches that touchdown. Says, "Let's effing go." How do you grade her Chiefs their first game as a fan performance?
I thought it was exceptional. The thing is, somebody said that she was a Philly fan. That's what I heard.
Yeah, so, she's from Philly originally. Yeah.
Philly, yeah. So hey, look, I play with Philly. I get it. She's a fan of her boo. Okay, and she gets a B plus. How about that? A B plus. I think you know what? She was enjoying herself. What she's supposed to. Daggone it. I'm sure. I mean, she gets cameras on her all the time and whatnot. So it's nothing new for her. But I think she was genuinely having a great time. And I think, like I said before, we start getting into all this entertainment, panning to her and then panning to this person all the time. Come on, man. We get it. We get it. They're dating, okay? And you want to see it.
Do you think, so this is obviously it's debate because no one's really come out firmly said they are dating, they're hanging out, having good times.
Yeah, man.
Do we think this is a legit relationship, or is it because everyone's saying? I think I was watching Pat McAfee. They're saying, "Nah, there's no way that's not a casual thing. That's legit. That's a legit relationship." Next to the mom, having a good time, like let's freaking go. It just seemed a little more, like we all had girlfriends who watched this in high school or in the NFL, and you in the NFL or in college. We your girlfriend's up there celebrating your touchdown. That's
Well, I'll say this: I don't care. I care less. To be honest with you, I could care less. Hey, man, let these kids have fun, man. Whatever it is, okay? Let them have fun. Whatever it looks like they want to do. She's hanging out with her mom. She might be one of the best friends ever, right? I don't know. We just know that they started this casual relationship, okay? And hopefully it's a lifelong. And she's not, singing breakup songs like "We'll never get back together." Hopefully none of that, okay? So hopefully it's a lifelong thing. That is amicable, and if it is a whole deal, so be it, man. Let them have their fun. They grown adults. They're grown adults, man. So I don't talk about other people's relationship. I don't want nobody talking about my relationship. Let them brothers have it. That's how I look at it.
That's true.
Yeah, I do not care. That's what I'm saying. Does she have a song like that? I do not care. Does she have one of those?
I don't know. I'm not that big of a fan, Taylor Swift. Whatever goes on the radio in the past years, that's not bad. Yeah. I will say though, I don't care. I'm with you on that. But if he's gonna block his ass off like that, if his girlfriend's watching, if he's gonna block his ass off like that and do what he's doing, like he did yesterday, hey, let's let this relationship go forever.
I hear you, but A70 does that though.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing new. Maybe he just want to throw a little bit more extra stank in it. And that's what I was kind of hoping. I thought he'd show out, like maybe in the dance and the stuff when he got the touchdown and all that. He ain't quite do it as much. I think he was a little bit reserved, right? So,
yeah,
whatever. So, hey, man, whatever floats his boat, he won't go ahead and get it. I think she's a cool chick. I don't know Taylor Swift. I don't really know too much about her fully. But, hey, man, let these kids have their fun.
Yeah,
right?
No, I agree.
Serious, right? If it does, hey, he likes it. I love it.
Hey, whatever he likes, I like. So yeah,
right.
Let's keep it going. All right, guys. Well, that does it for us. Thanks for everyone for tuning in to our Monday morning tight end with former Chiefs tight end Jason Dunn. We'll see you guys Wednesday with the new Chief Concerns episode coming out. So keep on ears for that. And we'll also have a live stream on Wednesday as well. So be ready for that. So we'll see you guys.
See you guys later.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.